What I'm showing in this video works with any of these carburetors that have the pulse jet section right here, meaning these 4 screws. It doesn't matter whether you have a manual choke here or not. For instance, this one doesn't. Where this one here does have a manual choke, meaning right here. When I went to fix my pickup tube, I used this black fuel line right here and a stainless steel spring from this kit. I used a 7mm spring from the kit, stretched it out, and turned it into a wire. The reason I did that is because Grok, which is X's artificial intelligence, told me that everything gets eaten up with gasoline. Copper will get eaten up by it. The insulation over copper will get eaten up by it. But a stainless steel wire can be immersed in gasoline. So that's why I used a stainless steel spring and stretched it out. But it was extremely hard to fix it that way. So I continued to probe Grok, and I found that monofilament fishing line can also be used. So that's what we'll be using to fix yours. If you wonder why I just didn't use a stainless steel clamp like this, it's too big. This pickup tube is glued onto this tube right here. So I took a torch and heated it up. And even though this is a brand new carburetor, so there's no gasoline fumes at all, this still caught on fire twice. So I suggest not using a torch if you can help it. You're much better off using a heat gun. But I still want to warn you, even with a heat gun, it gets super hot in here, and you have to make sure your carburetor has no gasoline fumes anywhere in it, even if you have to take this apart and blow everything out. You can start a fire really easily if there's any gasoline fumes in the area. However you got this off, just make sure nothing got up inside here that might clog up your carburetor. Now there's 2 3/16 hoses here. There's this black one and there's the clear one. All I can tell you is stay away from the clear ones for what we're going to be doing. Don't get those. I am leaving an Amazon affiliate link for this black hose, and it comes with a bunch of these clamps. You'll get 9 feet of hose and these clamps for less than you'll get 2 foot or even maybe less at a local store. Even though these clamps come with the hose and it's a fuel line, these are meant to be put outside clamping this down, not inside the gas tank, because these are just regular steel, not stainless steel. And so you can't put those inside the gas tank. Now what we're going to do, I need to make this 5 inches long. I've found it's best just to start with a long piece, and we're going to stuff this inside that. But in order to do that, we're going to have to heat it up at this end, and I've already kind of cheated and heated it up once or twice. And we're going to stuff this in to widen this out, and then we'll put that in. So now what we do, I'm just going to take this and heat it up, and I'll speed up the film because you don't need to watch me heat this thing up forever. Once that's heated up, we got to stuff this inside there, but it's so hot. That's what this washcloth is for. It's just a glove for me, basically. So I just take it and stuff him in there as much as I can get him. It's got to cool. Now I've found it's best to take this out while it's still a little bit warm and then stuff this in right away as fast as you can. That's good enough. He doesn't have to go all the way up in there. Once he's cooled off, all we have to do, you'll notice this is on there really good. It won't leak the way that it is. This here just slips on right here, like that. And if I wanted to make it 5 inches, I'd just cut it here. If I wanted it 6 inches, I would take off a little bit less. In other words, once this is on, I can cut it to match 5 inches, and it doesn't have to fit all the way up here like that. But of course, it's best if you can do it. You'll find, because I've blown through this multiple times and held this right here, and it doesn't leak even the way it is. The whole purpose of the fishing line is just kind of a backup. In other words, I could take this fishing line right here, wrapping a bunch of times, especially around this. I trust this less than I do this here for leaking, but I would wrap it there as well and then tie a knot, and then I would put it back into the gas tank. To cut this fuel line, all I used is a regular pair of scissors. Remember, mine needs to be 5 inches, so all I would do is take this, put him on, pushing until that equals 5 inches right there. Then I would take this fishing line, wrap it around here real tight and pull it tight and tie a good knot. But I can tell you, this is 10-pound fishing line, and I found tying a knot with it to be a lot harder than I ever expected, and it's done right here. So I suggest between 20 and 30-pound test instead of the 10-pound test that I used. I've left an Amazon affiliate link for a fishing line, but it gives you a choice between 2 pounds all the way up to 30 pounds. So I would suggest choosing one of those between like 20 pounds and 30 pounds because I found that small size to be really hard to work with. Fishermen probably wouldn't have any trouble at all. A card just appeared. If you click on that card, it'll take you to a playlist of the various videos I've done on this carburetor. I've also included appropriate Amazon links from that playlist below on this video. This is Ron from Fixing Stuff in Black and White, signing off.